In an era where constant exposure on social media and the need to share every aspect of personal life have become the norm, Stoic philosophy offers a refreshing and contrary perspective. The practice of modesty and discretion highlights an inherent power in maintaining certain aspects of private life and guarding against the tendency to seek external validation. This approach not only promotes tranquility of mind and self-sufficiency, but also protects us from the volatility of others' opinions and the ephemeral nature of external recognition. For Stoics, serenity comes from mastery over one's inner self, not from the approval of others. They teach that true freedom and peace are found in living according to one's own values and principles without the need to expose every thought, action, or achievement. Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, let's talk about the reason why you must never expose yourself from Stoicism. At the heart of Stoicism is the idea that self-control and self-sufficiency are fundamental for a well-lived life. By choosing what we share with the world and what we keep to ourselves, we exercise this control, strengthening our character and resilience. This video will explore how the Stoic practice of not exposing oneself can be a path to a more focused, balanced, and ultimately more rewarding life. In our lives, some things are like seeds. We plant them in silence, away from curious eyes, so they can grow and flourish without interference. This is where the wisdom of the Stoics comes in. They teach us to guard and cultivate within ourselves without the hurry to show it to the world. The Stoics, great thinkers in history, knew that not everything should be shared. They valued their secrets, their achievements, and their lessons because they understood that by revealing too much, the true essence of things might be lost to them. Every joy and sadness, every lesson and challenge, they are pieces of the story we compose. If we share everything without thinking, perhaps we stop living deeply. Just like a flower doesn't grow if it's constantly touched, our growth also needs privacy, a space of our own where we look at our mistakes and victories and decide how we want to move forward in the best way. So when we don't share something, it's not to hide but to protect. True growth comes from the balance between what we show and what we keep just for ourselves. In a world where the clamor for attention often eclipses the subtleties of genuine accomplishment, the journey to recognizing and cherishing the essence of our endeavors can be arduous. Picture delving into the murky depths of your own soul, navigating through its intricate labyrinth. This profound expedition bears resemblance to the Stoic pursuit of wisdom and virtue. For them, true fulfillment lay not in the ostentatious display of external triumphs, but in the quiet introspection and continual refinement of the self. Each trial, each tribulation was not waged on the grand stage of public approval, but in the silent recesses of the spirit. The Stoics, in their discourse on triumphs, offered profound insights into the perils of ego and vanity. They cautioned against the allure of external validation, warning that it shackles us to the fleeting applause of the crowd, leading to a hollow pursuit devoid of lasting significance. Yet, amidst this cautionary tale, they imparted a precious lesson. Genuine achievement is not the spectacle that halts the passerby, but the silent force that gently transforms communities, nurturing values of justice, compassion, and wisdom. For the Stoics, wealth was not measured in material abundance, but in the richness of a tranquil soul and a virtuous character. They advocated for a serene acceptance of life's capriciousness, urging us to find solace in the harmonious acceptance of its vicissitudes. In their philosophy, the true measure of greatness lay not in the grandeur of external conquests, but in the steadfast commitment to inner integrity and the betterment of society. In the Stoic ethos, every stride towards virtue was imbued with profound significance. Adversities were not mere stumbling blocks but sculptors of character, illuminating the path to true nobility. They understood that the battles fought within were often more consequential than those waged in the public eye. Thus, they advised against boasting of struggles overcome, recognizing the corrosive influence of pride on the pursuit of genuine virtue. Kindness, for the Stoics, was a gentle flame that illuminated the darkness without fanfare. They emphasized the intrinsic value of altruism, advocating for acts of compassion devoid of self-aggrandizement. In a culture obsessed with self-promotion, their perspective on kindness as a quiet force for good serves as a poignant reminder of the transformative power of humility and sincerity. In essence, the Stoic philosophy offers a timeless blueprint for living a life of meaning and fulfillment. It calls upon us to embrace the silent depths of our souls, to cultivate virtues that endure beyond the fleeting applause of the world. Through their teachings, we are reminded that true greatness lies not in the spectacle of outward success, but in the quiet nobility of inner strength and the steadfast pursuit of goodness. Have you ever felt trapped in a web of emotions, where each thread is a bitter memory, a grudge that refuses to fade? The timeless wisdom of Stoicism invites us to reflect deeply on the invisible weight of resentment. To these ancient philosophers, harboring resentment was like an anchor that prevented the spirit from sailing freely through the seas of life. But what if we could choose a less trodden path, where forgiveness and understanding were our faithful companions? Behind this historical perspective, we find an unwavering focus on virtue and self-control. Ask yourself, have you ever carried a burden on your back for a long time? Have you felt the weariness, exhaustion, and resentment? This burden is an invisible chain that binds us, limiting our freedom and inner peace. It's fascinating to realize that often resentment springs from misunderstanding and can imprison us in a cycle of bitterness. The Stoics encouraged us to seek the origins of others' actions, to understand before we judge. Forgiveness, then, is not just an altruistic gesture but an act of profound wisdom that unravels the mysteries of the human soul and frees us from the chains of negativity. Because anger and resentment are silent poisons, flames that, when fed, consume our tranquility and well-being. On the other hand, by choosing the path of forgiveness and understanding, we find an oasis of serenity and peace. Thus, guided by Stoic wisdom, we are reminded of a universal truth. Forgiveness is the key to our own freedom. It is a beacon that guides us through emotional storms and offers us refuge in the harbor of serenity. By embracing this lesson, we discover that at times, the greatest strength lies in letting go, in freeing ourselves from the chains of the past, and sailing toward a horizon of understanding and peace. Imagine for a moment a rare and delicate seed in the palm of your hand. It represents your most intimate dreams, your most fervent aspirations. How would you protect it from harsh winds and storms that could prevent it from sprouting? The Stoics, with their profound wisdom, provide an answer. They saw our goals and dreams as these precious seeds, destined to be planted in the fertile depths of our souls, far from the storms of others' opinions and criticisms. After all, who hasn't felt the flame of a dream extinguish prematurely when exposed to the cold of skepticism or the heat of ridicule? Within Stoic philosophy, self-sufficiency is celebrated as an invaluable gem. True wisdom, true accomplishment is not a chalice to be displayed, but an internal well from which one can always draw. It makes no sense to seek fleeting external approval when we can find richness and purpose in the recesses of our own minds. Perhaps the quietest and yet most eloquent of virtues the Stoics recognized is the subtlety of the line that separates healthy ambition from arrogance. Choosing silence about our grand goals was not an act of shyness, but a deliberate choice to walk with humility, avoiding the pride that sometimes blinds. In the end, the Stoic legacy speaks to the heart. There's no need to shout our dreams from mountaintops. Instead, protect them, cultivate them, and watch them flourish in their silence and majestic glory. This safeguard is an invitation to rediscover the strength that resides within us and to recognize that at times, The most precious treasures are those we keep just for ourselves. Imagine a chess master moving their pieces silently as their opponents attempt to decipher their next moves. This is the path of the Stoics. They understood that by revealing every move in their lives, they could be subject to the whimsical winds of external judgment, often laden with criticism, envy, and even malicious intentions. At the heart of Stoic philosophy lies the virtue of self-sufficiency. Why depend on the fleeting applause of an audience when true strength resides in the inner theater of the mind? By keeping their life strategies to themselves, the Stoics were not simply concealing their plans but strengthening their inner core of confidence, independent of the tides of opinion that flow around them. This leads us to humility, a subtle yet profound quality that the Stoics fervently upheld. Revealing grand strategies could easily be interpreted as a cry of arrogance, a triumphant announcement of superiority. By choosing discretion, they struck a balance between ambition and humility, ensuring that their steps were steady but not presumptuous. Thus, the Stoic tradition presents us with a rich perspective on the value of secrecy. It teaches us that protecting our goals is more than just a strategy. It is a way to fortify our being, to honor our self-sufficiency, and to walk with humility. In a world where external validation seems to be the currency, the Stoics invite us to look inward, find our internal compass, and tread our own path with confidence and wisdom. Picture yourself in a vast forest where each tree represents a doubt and each shadow an uncertainty. Instead of shouting your hesitation to the world, you choose silent introspection, seeking answers within your own soul. This is the path of the Stoics. Embedded within Stoic philosophy lies a profound understanding. Confidence isn't a banner to be unfurled for all to see, but rather an internal guiding light, silently illuminating our path. Continually bearing our doubts to the world is akin to subjecting a lighthouse to a deluge. It risks extinguishing its steady glow. The steadfastness needed to weather the storms of external judgment is found not in grand declarations, but in the quiet strength of self-assurance. Conversely, modesty serves not merely as an outward virtue, but as a shield safeguarding the spirit from undue harm. Bearing every uncertainty openly can erode the soul's dignity, thus necessitating discernment in choosing when and with whom to share our vulnerabilities. While the clamor of the external world may beckon with the allure of answers, the Stoic sage understands the sanctity of silence and introspection. They recognize that oftentimes, the deepest truths resonate within the hushed corridors of the heart and mind. By embracing certain uncertainties, they cultivate a deeper well of reflection and forge a more profound connection with their essence. In essence, Stoic wisdom murmurs invaluable counsel amidst the tempests of doubt. There's no need to broadcast your uncertainties to the world. Through the embrace of silence, modesty, and introspection, we chart a steady course through the labyrinth of uncertainties, guided by the inner beacon of our confidence and understanding. Such is the power of silent self-reflection and the internal fortitude bestowed upon us by the Stoic tradition. Another pearl of Stoic wisdom cautions against the habit of discussing others. Criticizing one's peers is akin to casting stones into a tranquil lake, disturbing its serene surface with disruptive ripples. The Stoics comprehended that engaging in judgments and censures diverted attention from one's own internal reflection, squandering precious energy on matters beyond their sphere of influence. Instead of pointing accusatory fingers, they extended hands of empathy and compassion, acknowledging the myriad complexities of the human condition. Criticizing another person, they realized, was a failure to appreciate the richness of human diversity. Moreover, they recognized that criticism, far from fostering unity, often erected barriers to understanding and empathy. Thus, Stoic wisdom exhorts us to be guardians of our words and thoughts, redirecting our focus inward toward personal growth and virtue. In a world where criticism proliferates, Stoic teachings inspire us to embrace understanding, acceptance, and kindness, casting stones of empathy into the lake of humanity and savoring the waves of positivity they generate. Similarly, Stoic philosophy advocates for a sacred reverence for moments of solitude. While contemporary society often glorifies constant connectivity and stimulation, the Stoics found solace and strength in quiet contemplation. Solitude was not viewed as an empty void to be filled, but as a sanctuary where the mind could roam freely, unfettered by the constraints of external expectations. Contrary to popular misconceptions, the Stoics did not shun solitude. They embraced it as an opportunity for introspection and self-discovery. In the tranquility of their retreat, they felt not isolated, but profoundly connected to the rich tapestry of their inner world. In a world dominated by the relentless pursuit of external validation, Stoic philosophy invites us to reconsider the value of solitude. By withdrawing from the constant cacophony of social media and societal pressures, we create space for our souls to breathe. It is in the hush of solitude that we discover the authentic melody of our essence, a melody that need not be shared but only felt in its unadulterated purity and truth. In the heart of Stoic philosophy lies a profound understanding. Discussing unlearned lessons serves little purpose. Few experiences are as universal as making mistakes. We all stumble, we all err, but it is in our response to these failures that our true character is unveiled. For the Stoics, these moments were not occasions for despair but opportunities for revelation and growth. In our contemporary society, there exists a pervasive pressure to present an image of flawlessness. We showcase our victories while concealing our defeats, yet the Stoics offer a different perspective. They urge us to embrace mistakes not as signs of weakness but as signposts for personal development. By choosing to hold our unlearned lessons close, the Stoics weren't attempting to shirk their responsibilities or hide from their shortcomings. Rather, they sought refuge for deep and intimate reflection. Each failure was viewed not as an endpoint but as a genesis, a new chapter in the ongoing pursuit of virtue and wisdom. Just as an artist integrates a mistake into their masterpiece, the Stoics transformed their failures into cornerstones for growth. In a world saturated with oversharing and overexposure, the Stoic stance serves as a poignant reminder of the value of introspection and the dignity of silence. Furthermore, the Stoics admonish against disclosing one's deepest plans indiscriminately. Recognizing that there is no need to broadcast our intentions to the world is a potent lesson. The Stoics understood what many of us forget. Discretion is not a sign of weakness but of strength. To them, every plan or aspiration was akin to a delicate seed, requiring tender care and protection. By refraining from premature exposure of these plans, they ensured an environment conducive to growth, shielded from the tempests of doubt, envy, or public scrutiny. In today's era of pervasive exposure, where every move is documented and disseminated, Stoic philosophy encourages us to reconsider how we handle our ambitions. It teaches us that true power often resides in that which remains concealed, not out of evasion, but out of recognition of the necessity of nurturing our dreams in a safe haven. Silence for the Stoics was not void but potential, brimming with possibilities and hope, a fertile ground where aspirations could burgeon undisturbed. Amidst the chaos of our modern epoch, we may find inspiration in these ancient sages. By safeguarding our deepest plans, we afford them the opportunity to gestate at their own pace, unfettered by external interference. Through this practice, we may discover that true magic lies not in what we proclaim to the world, but in what we quietly achieve in the recesses of our resolve. In a world where the fear of failure often fetters us, it is imperative that we confront our doubts and transmute them into stepping stones to success. Failure, it is said, is an inevitable part of the journey, and there is no shame in it. It is facile to perceive fear as an insurmountable obstacle, yet the reality is far more nuanced. It is merely a natural facet of the journey. It stands as the barrier that separates us from the experiences we covet in life, be it in our careers, relationships, or personal growth. Whether it manifests as the fear of public speaking, flying, or expressing one's emotions, these apprehensions encumber our potential, thwarting our endeavors to live life to the fullest. So, why does fear prove to be such a formidable impediment to our aspirations? Often, it stems from a dearth of self-belief. When we harbor doubts about our capabilities, it becomes easier to eschew risks and shun exposure. However, if we aspire to lead lives replete with fulfillment, we must learn to transcend these limitations. Stoicism commences with a fundamental acknowledgement. Adversity is an inherent facet of the human experience. No individual, regardless of their fortune, is immune to the trials and tribulations that life proffers. The Stoics, from Epictetus to Marcus Aurelius, comprehended that fear and tribulations are not aberrations but certainties. By embracing this inevitability, Stoicism imparts the wisdom to anticipate and assimilate adversity as an opportunity for growth. This shift in mindset lays the groundwork for emotional resilience. Moreover, Stoicism propounds the notion of embracing fear as a catalyst for growth. Fear often materializes in anticipation of adversity. However, Stoicism advocates for the transformation of fear from a paralyzing force into a wellspring of strength. Instead of evading or dreading challenges, we are implored to confront them with the understanding that they furnish avenues for personal refinement and resilience. The Stoic concept of amor fati, or the love of fate, intimates that we ought not only to accept our tribulations, but to wholeheartedly embrace them. Through this ethos, fear metamorphoses from a hindrance into a harbinger of personal growth. Adversity emerges as our preceptor, and we emerge from it fortified, enlightened, and more resilient than before. Additionally, Stoicism advocates for the redefinition of both success and failure. In contemporary society, success is frequently equated with material affluence or external accolades. However, Stoicism posits that genuine success lies in the exertion of our best efforts and the pursuit of virtue. The Stoics maintain that we should direct our focus inward, toward our actions and behaviors, rather than fixating on external outcomes. This entails deriving satisfaction from the knowledge that we have exerted ourselves to the utmost, irrespective of the external ramifications. By transcending the dichotomy of victory and defeat, we cultivate a sense of equanimity and humility. This approach to success liberates us from the onerous burden of incessant achievement, fostering a profound sense of contentment and inner peace. Furthermore, it engenders a spirit of resilience, as we come to realize that external validation is but a capricious arbiter of our worth. By centering our focus on our endeavors, we liberate ourselves from the caprices of external validation, emancipating ourselves from the fetters of undue pressure and fostering a profound sense of inner harmony and equanimity. Failure is not condemned as a mark of inadequacy, but rather embraced as a fertile ground for personal growth. When circumstances diverge from our expectations, it's natural to feel disheartened, to perceive ourselves as falling short of our aspirations. However, Stoicism offers a paradigm shift, urging us to perceive failures not as setbacks but as stepping stones towards self-improvement. By reframing our perspective in this light, we transmute failure from a source of disillusionment into a catalyst for positive transformation. Instead of fixating on what went awry, Stoic philosophy encourages introspection, to delve into the reasons behind the misstep and to discern how we might navigate more skillfully in the future. This approach fosters resilience and cultivates our inner strength, empowering us to emerge from setbacks with newfound wisdom and fortitude. Furthermore, Stoicism advocates for the cultivation of self-belief, a cornerstone of emotional resilience and personal efficacy. The profound insights of Stoic philosophy underscore the importance of trusting in one's abilities and potential. Self-belief, far from being a mere platitude, is portrayed as a potent force capable of dispelling the shadows of doubt and fear. According to Stoic principles, many of our anxieties stem from a lack of faith in ourselves. We often underestimate our capacities, magnify our shortcomings, and succumb to self-doubt. True self-belief, in Stoic terms, transcends mere confidence. It is grounded in a deep understanding of our strengths and limitations. It signifies a steadfast conviction in our capacity to confront life's challenges with resilience and grace. By nurturing this belief in ourselves, we harness the power to transform fear into an impetus for growth, enabling us to tread the path of self-actualization with confidence and conviction. Moreover, the Stoic approach to self-belief emphasizes the importance of rational examination. Rather than succumbing to unfounded self-criticism, Stoicism encourages us to scrutinize our abilities and weaknesses with objectivity. Self-belief, in this context, is not an exercise in conceit, but a reasoned acknowledgement of our potential for growth and self-mastery. It entails recognizing our innate capacity to evolve, learn, and adapt in the face of adversity. By wielding the faculty of reason, we can dismantle the shackles of self-doubt and stride forward with assurance. Fear, often rooted in uncertainty and self-questioning, finds its antidote in the Stoic prescription of self-belief. By anchoring ourselves in the certainty of our strengths and resilience, we confront the unknown with equanimity and resolve. Stoicism doesn't promise immunity from fear, but equips us with the tools to confront it head-on. It empowers us to transmute fear from a hindrance into a catalyst for personal growth and self-realization. In believing in ourselves, we foster the resilience to weather life's storms and emerge from adversity with unwavering resolve. Furthermore, Stoicism furnishes us with profound resilience in the face of life's vicissitudes by redefining our understanding of success and failure. Stoics acknowledge the inherent unpredictability of existence, the fact that things often unfold in ways divergent from our plans. However, far from viewing these deviations as obstacles, Stoicism prompts us to embrace them as opportunities for character refinement and growth. In the Stoic conception, the journey toward success is not a linear trajectory but a meandering path punctuated by setbacks and challenges. By embracing this perspective, we cultivate a resilient spirit capable of navigating life's uncertainties with grace and fortitude. Stoicism imparts the wisdom to greet adversity not with resignation but with resolve, to harness its lessons as catalysts for personal evolution and spiritual refinement. In this way, Stoic philosophy equips us with the resilience to confront life's tribulations with equanimity and emerge from them stronger, wiser, and more resilient than before. Stoicism serves as a guiding light, illuminating a path where every step, regardless of its outcome, is celebrated as a success, an opportunity for self-improvement, for the refinement of virtues, and for a deeper alignment with our true values. At its core, Stoicism champions the cultivation of emotional resilience, urging us to develop the fortitude necessary to weather life's inevitable storms of adversity, setback, and discomfort. By willingly venturing beyond the confines of our comfort zone, we strengthen our emotional sinews, preparing ourselves to confront the myriad challenges that lie ahead. Embracing the Stoic mindset entails embracing a philosophy of growth, rooted in the understanding that we possess the capacity to learn, adapt, and conquer fear. By challenging the boundaries of our comfort zone, we expand our horizons, redefining our limitations and transforming the unthinkable into the achievable. Our comfort zone, though cozy and familiar, can also be confining, often serving as a barrier that prevents us from pursuing our dreams or realizing our full potential. Stoicism recognizes this innate human inclination to cling to the familiar and encourages us to confront the root of our fears head-on. To embark on this journey of self-discovery, the first step is to identify and acknowledge our fears and anxieties. By shining a light on these shadows, we begin the process of dismantling their hold over us. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of reason in overcoming fear, encouraging us to subject our anxieties to the scrutiny of logic and rational analysis. Through this process, we can discern whether our fears are grounded in reality or merely the product of our imagination. Yet, Stoicism does not advocate for reckless abandon in the pursuit of growth. Instead, it champions the pursuit of calculated risks, carefully weighing the potential rewards and consequences of our actions. By approaching challenges with deliberation and foresight, we minimize the risks and maximize the opportunities for growth. Stoicism teaches us that intentional confrontation of fear and discomfort is a profound source of strength, a crucible in which we forge our resilience and discover our true potential. In a world that often equates success with the attainment of material wealth or external accolades, Stoicism offers a refreshing perspective, one that elevates the journey over the destination. Success, in the Stoic framework, is not merely the achievement of specific goals, but the embodiment of a way of life guided by noble principles. It reframes conventional notions of failure, recognizing that every setback is an opportunity for growth and learning. The journey itself, with its twists and turns, challenges and triumphs, is where life unfolds, shaping our character and defining our legacy. Central to the Stoic ethos is the practice of maintaining inner equanimity in the face of adversity, a steadfast commitment to govern our inner responses to external events. Stoicism teaches us that while we cannot control the vagaries of fate, we retain agency over our reactions. By cultivating this inner resilience, we transcend the whims of circumstance, confronting fear and challenges with grace, calm, and unwavering resolve. Stoicism is not about eradicating fear entirely, but about transforming it into a tool for personal growth. By embracing the wisdom of this ancient philosophy, we develop the mental fortitude to confront our fears with courage and wisdom. In a world characterized by change and uncertainty, Stoicism offers a beacon of guidance, a path to unparalleled balance, growth, and serenity. With Stoicism as our compass, we embark on a journey of self-discovery, a journey guided by the timeless wisdom of figures like Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius. Through the cultivation of virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, we strive to become stronger, calmer, and more fulfilled individuals. Stoicism invites us to wake up each morning with determination and purpose, to reflect on the cardinal virtues that serve as our moral compass, to cultivate gratitude for the blessings that enrich our lives, and to anticipate the day's challenges with a powerful perspective. As we navigate the complexities of life, Stoicism encourages us to maintain focus and productivity amidst the distractions of the modern world, to approach every interaction with justice and compassion, opening our hearts to a deeper understanding of the human experience. Through the practice of negative visualization and journaling, we confront potential challenges with wisdom and preparation, ensuring that we are equipped to adapt and grow in the face of adversity. As the day draws to a close, we reflect on our experiences, embracing imperfection and committing ourselves to constant improvement. We set our intentions for the days ahead, tracing a path guided by wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Stoicism invites us to become the architects of our lives, using its teachings as tools to cultivate balance, resilience, and inner peace. In a world characterized by change and uncertainty, Stoicism remains a steadfast companion, a philosophy of transformation and growth. By infusing every aspect of our lives with the wisdom of Stoicism, we discover the magic of resilience, the power of inner peace, and the beauty of a life lived in harmony with our true values. Embarking on the Stoic path is akin to setting sail on a journey of purpose and clarity, guided by the steady hand of wisdom. Each day becomes an opportunity, a blank canvas upon which to paint the masterpiece of our lives, to grow, to learn, and to evolve. With purpose as our compass and clarity as our beacon, we navigate the tumultuous seas of existence with strength and conviction, embracing life in all its fullness and complexity. At the heart of this journey lies the practice of gratitude, a profound acknowledgement of the blessings that enrich our lives. As we awaken each morning, let us greet the day with a heart brimming with joy and abundance, mindful of the countless gifts that grace our existence. With the four cardinal virtues, wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, as our guiding stars, we set our sights on what truly matters, cultivating a spirit of appreciation that banishes any shadow of dissatisfaction or longing. In the sanctuary of gratitude, we prepare ourselves for the day ahead, engaging in the practice of negative visualization. By envisioning the potential challenges and setbacks that may lie in wait, we fortify ourselves with the virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Armed with this silent resilience, we confront the uncertainties of life with equanimity, undeterred by the caprices of fate. As the day unfolds, we commit our thoughts and reflections to paper, following in the footsteps of Stoic sages like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius. Through the act of journaling, we create a reservoir of wisdom, a repository of insights and observations that illuminate our path and guide us through the labyrinth of daily life. In moments of stress and turmoil, we turn inward, seeking solace in reason and reflection. By focusing our energies on what lies within our control, we cultivate a sense of calm and clarity, transcending the tumult of external events. Remembering the words of Epictetus, we affirm our sovereignty over our own thoughts and actions, refusing to be swayed by the vagaries of fortune. As we interact with others, let us embody the Stoic virtues of justice, wisdom, and compassion, leaving a positive and lasting imprint on the tapestry of human experience. With each encounter, we deepen our understanding of ourselves and others, learning, growing, and evolving along the way. In moments of adversity, we draw strength from the teachings of Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, embracing challenges as opportunities for growth. With courage and wisdom as our allies, we confront adversity with grace, transforming trials into triumphs on our journey towards personal fulfillment. As the day draws to a close, we turn our gaze inward, reflecting on the events that have shaped us. With humility and compassion, we forgive ourselves for our shortcomings, recognizing that growth is a continuous process. Setting our intentions for the day ahead, we chart a course towards a future guided by Stoic virtues, anchored in the principles of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. As we prepare for rest, we release the tensions of the day, surrendering to the gentle embrace of sleep. With each breath, we find peace and serenity, trusting in the wisdom of Stoicism to guide us through the night and into the dawn of a new day. In the vast tapestry of existence, we encounter both joy and sorrow, triumph and tragedy. Yet, within the embrace of Stoicism lies a profound truth, that in embracing the totality of our existence, with all its joys and sorrows, we find true serenity. Through the practice of amor fati, we learn to love our fate, embracing each moment as an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, love your fate, no matter what form it takes, for only through acceptance can you find true peace. And so, with hearts open and spirits fortified, we journey forth, embracing life in all its beauty and complexity, guided by the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. Practicing amor fati within the Stoic framework presents a formidable challenge, one that demands perseverance, dedication, and a willingness to confront life's trials head-on. Yet, It is precisely this difficulty that underscores its profound value. As the adage goes, the most worthwhile pursuits are often the most arduous. In this discourse, I aim to guide you through the practice of amor fati, offering insights and strategies to cultivate greater virtue and happiness in your life. Before delving into the heart of the matter, I invite you to consider the significance of this philosophy by reflecting on its essence. Amor fati, or the love of fate, is predicated on the fundamental belief that every event in our lives, whether favorable or adverse, is an opportunity for growth and learning. It is a recognition that the universe operates according to rational laws, orchestrated by divine providence, and that our individual destinies are integral components of this cosmic symphony. Thus, to embrace amor fati is to affirm our trust in the inherent wisdom of the universe and to surrender to its unfolding with grace and acceptance. Central to understanding amor fati is the distinction between acceptance and resignation. Whereas resignation entails a passive acquiescence to circumstances, acceptance is an active acknowledgement of reality, coupled with a commitment to respond virtuously. The Stoic sage eschews resignation, opting instead to cultivate a mindset of acceptance that empowers them to navigate life's vicissitudes with courage and resilience. At the heart of this mindset lies the Stoic dichotomy of control, which delineates between what is within our sphere of influence and what lies beyond it. While we may not always have control over external events, we retain dominion over our judgments and actions, a realization that imbues us with a profound sense of agency and freedom. The essence of good and evil lies in the attitude of the will, declares Epictetus, a sentiment echoed by Marcus Aurelius, who extols the virtues within our power to cultivate. In every moment, we are presented with a choice: to align ourselves with virtue and reason, or to succumb to vice and folly. Whether in times of prosperity or adversity, our response determines our character and shapes our destiny. Thus, to practice amor fati is to embrace the Stoic virtues of courage, justice, and wisdom, to confront life's challenges with fortitude, to accord each moment its due, and to discern the rational order that underpins the cosmos. The Stoic path is not without its trials, yet it is precisely through these trials that we cultivate resilience and forge our character. As Seneca observes, fate leads those who accept it and drags those who refuse to acknowledge it. It is in our embrace of fate, in our willingness to confront adversity with equanimity and resolve, that we discover the true measure of our strength. Thus, let us heed the wisdom of the Stoics and embrace our destiny with open arms, trusting in the providence of the universe and surrendering to its divine plan. In conclusion, the doctrine of amor fati beckons us to embrace our destiny with love and acceptance, to recognize the inherent beauty and purpose in every moment of our lives. By aligning our will with virtue and reason, by confronting life's trials with courage and resilience, we unlock the full potential of our humanity and chart a course towards true and lasting happiness. May you find solace and inspiration in the timeless wisdom of Stoicism as you embark on the journey of self-discovery and self-mastery. The perpetual struggle between the demands of modern life and our innate desire for tranquility and mental clarity forms a constant tension that impacts our mental and physical well-being, often leading us further away from the serenity and peace of mind we seek. Picture yourself facing an important project with a looming deadline. Instead of methodically breaking down the tasks and diligently working on them over time, you procrastinate, leaving everything until the 11th hour. As the deadline draws near, the pressure mounts, and you find yourself overwhelmed and stressed, scrambling to meet the looming deadline. However, planning the work and diligently fulfilling our duties is not merely a chore, but rather a favor we do for ourselves. It's far more practical to divide the workload across several days rather than attempting to tackle it all at once. The habit of procrastinating commitments is not only destructive but also runs counter to the fundamental tenets of Stoicism. It leads to wasted time, unmet obligations, and heightened levels of stress and anxiety. To combat this detrimental habit, it's crucial to cultivate practices of planning, self-discipline, and a steadfast focus on our responsibilities and values. One effective strategy is to refrain from making promises under the influence of strong emotions, particularly euphoria. Emotions of the moment often cloud our judgment, leading us to make decisions based on impulse rather than reasoned thought. Therefore, before committing to anything, it's prudent to take a step back, carefully evaluate the situation, and reflect in moments of solitude. Avoid making promises when emotions are running high, and instead, strive to make decisions grounded in clear-headed deliberation. Another pervasive habit that undermines our well-being is the propensity to lie. Lying may seem like a harmless way to avoid discomfort or consequences in the short term, but it ultimately exacts a heavy toll on our integrity and character. Stoicism holds honesty and truth as foundational virtues, essential for leading a virtuous life. When we resort to lies, we betray these principles and erode the trust upon which our relationships are built. Moreover, lying creates a false reality that ensnares us in a web of deceit, leading to heightened levels of stress and anxiety as we struggle to maintain the facade. Instead of succumbing to the temptation to deceive, strive to embody the Stoic virtues of honesty and integrity in all your interactions, thereby fostering genuine connections built on trust and authenticity. A detrimental habit that permeates modern society is the blind acceptance of information without critical scrutiny. We live in an age of instant information dissemination, where sensationalist headlines and clickbait articles abound. However, blindly accepting and sharing such information without verifying its authenticity or considering its source can have far-reaching consequences. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of critical thinking and discernment, urging us to cultivate our own judgment and resist the allure of misinformation. By fact-checking information, scrutinizing its sources, and developing our own criteria for evaluation, we can guard against manipulation and make informed decisions grounded in reason and evidence. Effective communication is the lifeblood of our personal and professional relationships, yet many of us lack the necessary skills to engage in meaningful dialogue. Stoicism recognizes the importance of clear and authentic communication in fostering harmony and cooperation. By honing our communication skills, we can avoid misunderstandings and conflicts, thereby nurturing healthy and enriching relationships. Active listening, in particular, is a valuable skill that promotes understanding and empathy, enabling us to forge deeper connections with others. By practicing active listening and continually refining our communication abilities, we can cultivate more meaningful and fulfilling relationships in both our personal and professional lives. Constant comparison with others is a destructive habit that undermines our self-esteem and satisfaction with life. Stoicism teaches us to focus on our own development and appreciate our unique strengths and accomplishments instead of constantly measuring ourselves against others. By embracing our individuality and living in accordance with our own values and principles, we can break free from the cycle of comparison and cultivate a greater sense of fulfillment and self-worth. Finally, seeking external blame for our circumstances is a habit that robs us of personal responsibility and autonomy. Stoicism encourages us to recognize what is within our control and take ownership of our actions and choices. By accepting responsibility for our lives and refraining from blaming others for our circumstances, we can empower ourselves to effect positive change and live with greater integrity and self-reliance. In conclusion, by recognizing and overcoming these destructive habits, we can cultivate a life of virtue, wisdom, and inner tranquility. Stoicism offers invaluable insights and practices to guide us on this journey, urging us to live with clarity, purpose, and integrity. As we strive to embody the Stoic virtues in our daily lives, may we find solace and inspiration in the timeless wisdom of this ancient philosophy, forging a path towards greater fulfillment and well-being. The roots of Stoicism run deep, reaching back to the dawn of philosophical inquiry. Often attributed to Zeno of Citium, the founder of the Stoic school in Athens around 300 BCE, Stoicism evolved into a robust system of thought that continues to resonate across the ages. At its core, Stoicism champions the notion that even the subtlest shifts in perspective can yield profound transformations. It's a philosophy rooted in acceptance and indifference, teaching us to navigate life's vicissitudes with equanimity and grace. Zeno, inspired by the teachings of Socrates and other luminaries of antiquity, crystallized the principles of Stoicism into a comprehensive worldview. Central to his philosophy was the concept of control. While we may exert little influence over external events, we possess the power to shape our response to them. Rather than bemoaning our circumstances, Zeno advocated for maintaining composure and neutrality in the face of adversity. Contrary to popular misconceptions, Stoicism isn't merely about suppressing emotions or avoiding extremes. It's a holistic way of engaging with the world, offering a framework for understanding life's complexities and navigating its challenges. Stoicism equips us with the tools to transmute negative emotions and adverse experiences into sources of insight and growth. By cultivating a Stoic perspective, we cultivate a unique vantage point from which to view the world, one informed by resilience, wisdom, and serenity. Stoicism's enduring relevance lies in its adaptability to contemporary contexts. Just as it provided solace and guidance to ancient philosophers, so too can it offer clarity and fortitude in our modern age. Stoicism's principles are as applicable today as they were millennia ago, offering timeless wisdom for navigating the complexities of human existence. The Stoics were staunch advocates of accessibility, believing that their philosophy held transformative potential for people from all walks of life. From slaves to emperors, Stoicism's tenets were believed to be universally beneficial, fostering resilience, equanimity, and moral integrity. Figures like Epictetus, a former slave turned philosopher, and Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor renowned for his Stoic wisdom, exemplify the diverse range of individuals who found solace and inspiration in Stoic teachings. Moreover, Stoicism was not merely a theoretical pursuit, but a lived practice. The Stoics actively campaigned against inequality and discrimination, advocating for the principles of justice, virtue, and cosmopolitanism. They rejected notions of exclusivity, championing the idea that philosophy should be accessible to all, regardless of gender or social status. In a world fraught with uncertainty and upheaval, Stoicism offers a beacon of stability and clarity. By embracing the inevitability of life's hardships and cultivating an attitude of acceptance, Stoicism enables us to weather life's storms with grace and resilience. One of the Stoic exercises, voluntary discomfort, serves as a potent tool for fostering gratitude and mental fortitude. By subjecting ourselves to temporary discomfort, we learn to appreciate life's simple pleasures and develop the resilience to navigate future challenges. In today's hyper-connected world, where materialism and external validation often eclipse inner contentment, Stoicism's message resonates with renewed urgency. Stoicism challenges us to redefine our notions of success and happiness, encouraging us to derive fulfillment from within rather than seeking it from external sources. By focusing on cultivating virtues like resilience, integrity, and self-mastery, Stoicism empowers us to lead lives of purpose and meaning, free from the tyranny of societal expectations. Incorporating the wisdom of Stoicism into our daily lives equips us with the tools to confront adversity with courage and grace. Through the timeless insights of Stoic philosophers like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius, we learn to embrace life's inevitable challenges as opportunities for growth and self-discovery. Stoicism teaches us that true happiness lies not in the absence of difficulties, but in our ability to face them with dignity and resolve. As we navigate the tumultuous waters of existence, Stoicism serves as a steadfast companion, guiding us toward a life of virtue, wisdom, and inner peace. Embark with us on a journey toward excellence and transcendence, where the pursuit of greatness becomes not just a goal but a way of life. Join our community as we delve into the depths of human potential, striving to become truly unbeatable in mind, body, and spirit. Let's confront a universal morning struggle that many of us face: the reluctance to rise and embrace the day's responsibilities. It's a scenario familiar to most: the desire to remain cocooned in the warmth of our beds, dreading the impending demands of work or school. Mondays, in particular, often bear the brunt of our disdain, heralding the onset of yet another grueling week filled with obligations and pressures. Yet, in the annals of Stoic wisdom, we find guidance to navigate these moments of reluctance. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, offers a poignant reflection. When confronted with the urge to linger in bed, we must remind ourselves of our innate purpose as human beings. Are we meant to squander our potential in the pursuit of comfort, or are we called to fulfill our duties and contribute to the greater good? In his meditations, Marcus Aurelius engages in a dialogue with himself, challenging his own inclination toward lethargy. He reminds himself of the industriousness of nature, the tireless efforts of plants, birds, ants, and bees in maintaining the order of the world. Shouldn't we, as rational beings, strive to emulate their diligence and commitment to duty? The Stoic perspective on work extends beyond mere professional obligations. It encompasses the entirety of our daily responsibilities. Whether it's tending to our families, pursuing our passions, or contributing to society, every action we undertake is imbued with purpose and significance. We are reminded to approach each task with a sense of duty and dedication, refusing to succumb to the allure of momentary pleasure or convenience. Indeed, Marcus Aurelius observes that those who truly love what they do exhibit a profound respect for their own nature. They immerse themselves wholeheartedly in their pursuits, prioritizing their commitments over fleeting indulgences. Their dedication surpasses that of a sculptor to their sculpture or a dancer to their dance. They are driven by an unwavering devotion to their craft. Consider the implications of Marcus Aurelius's steadfast commitment to his duties as emperor. Had he yielded to the temptation of procrastination or complacency, he would not have earned his place among the esteemed 5 good emperors of Rome. His example serves as a potent reminder of the transformative power of discipline and diligence. In contemplating these principles, we are compelled to reevaluate our own relationship with productivity and responsibility. We are not meant to lead lives of inertia, drifting aimlessly through the currents of existence. Rather, we are called to embrace our humanity, to engage with the world actively, purposefully, and conscientiously. The path to overcoming procrastination begins with a shift in mindset, a conscious decision to prioritize our obligations and commitments. We must internalize the Stoic belief that excellence is not an isolated act but a habitual practice. By cultivating routines and habits that align with our values and aspirations, we lay the foundation for sustained success and fulfillment. Take inspiration from Marcus Aurelius's daily routine, a meticulously structured regimen designed to optimize productivity and focus. Rise with the dawn, greet the day with purpose, and commit yourself wholeheartedly to the tasks that lie ahead. Approach each responsibility with unwavering resolve, knowing that your efforts contribute to a greater purpose. Incorporate his strategies into your daily life, adapting them to suit your unique needs and circumstances. Remember that overcoming procrastination is not a one-time achievement, but an ongoing process of self-discovery and refinement. Stay committed to your goals, trust in your abilities, and embrace the journey toward becoming your best self. Step into the realm of personal excellence and transcendence alongside us, as we embark on a transformative journey toward becoming truly unbeatable. Together, let's unravel the intricacies of human potential and strive to unlock the boundless depths of our capabilities. Let's confront a ubiquitous morning struggle that plagues many of us: the reluctance to rise and embrace the day's responsibilities. It's a sentiment we're all too familiar with. The allure of staying nestled beneath the covers, the anticipation of impending work or school obligations, and the pervasive dread of Mondays loom large in our minds, casting a shadow over our mornings. But amidst the cacophony of modern life, we find solace and guidance in the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, offers a poignant reflection on the art of overcoming procrastination. He reminds us that when faced with the temptation to linger in bed, we must reaffirm our innate purpose as human beings, to engage actively in the pursuit of our duties and responsibilities, rather than succumbing to the siren call of comfort and inertia. In his meditations, Marcus Aurelius engages in a dialogue with himself, urging us to confront the insidious nature of procrastination. He observes that the actions which often replace our intended tasks are mere distractions, superficial pursuits that fail to enrich our lives or bring us true satisfaction. By acknowledging the futility of these distractions and prioritizing our responsibilities, we pave the way for greater fulfillment and productivity. To combat the overwhelming nature of daunting tasks, Marcus Aurelius advocates for the strategic rearrangement of our responsibilities. By breaking down complex or time-consuming tasks into smaller, more manageable components, we alleviate feelings of overwhelm and empower ourselves to tackle each challenge with renewed focus and determination. Every procrastinator knows that the hardest part of any endeavor is simply getting started. Marcus Aurelius implores us to overcome this initial hurdle by mustering the courage to take the first step, regardless of the perceived difficulty or duration of the task at hand. He offers a simple yet effective technique, the 5-second rule, as a means of silencing our inner doubts and propelling ourselves into action. But the journey toward productivity doesn't end with the first step. It requires sustained effort and focus. Marcus Aurelius introduces the Pomodoro technique, a time management strategy that alternates periods of focused work with brief intervals of rest. By breaking our tasks into manageable intervals, we cultivate a sense of productivity and momentum, reducing the likelihood of succumbing to distractions or procrastination. Yet, even the most well-intentioned efforts to combat procrastination can be thwarted by external distractions. Marcus Aurelius advises us to create an environment conducive to productivity, one devoid of potential distractions such as electronic devices or idle entertainment. By eliminating external stimuli, we create a space where the only option is to engage fully with our tasks, fostering a sense of discipline and focus. In reflecting on these strategies to overcome procrastination, we are reminded of the indispensable role that discipline plays in our quest for personal growth and achievement. Without the will to change and the commitment to follow through on our intentions, our efforts to overcome procrastination will remain futile. Turning our attention to the Stoic perspective on solitude, we uncover a profound appreciation for the value of introspection and self-awareness. Contrary to modern misconceptions, the Stoics viewed solitude not as a source of sadness, but as an invaluable opportunity for self-discovery and moral growth. Within the sanctuary of solitude, we confront our true selves, the unvarnished reality of our thoughts, desires, and values, free from the constraints of societal expectations or external judgments. Stoic philosophy extols the virtues of self-sufficiency and emotional resilience, qualities that are nurtured and strengthened through periods of introspection and solitude. By embracing solitude as a means of deepening our self-knowledge and cultivating inner independence, we liberate ourselves from the shackles of external validation and find lasting peace within. Solitude becomes a sanctuary, a refuge from the noise and distractions of the world, where we can commune with our innermost thoughts and aspirations. In the pursuit of emotional mastery, solitude emerges as a powerful ally, a laboratory for observing and understanding our emotions with clarity and wisdom. Through dissociative observation, we learn to detach ourselves from our emotional responses, cultivating a sense of equanimity and resilience in the face of life's challenges. In conclusion, the Stoic perspective on solitude offers us a roadmap to self-discovery, inner growth, and emotional resilience. By embracing solitude as a sacred space for introspection and self-awareness, we unlock the keys to lasting fulfillment and inner peace, free from the fluctuations of external circumstances. When alone, we have the opportunity to objectively see our emotions rather than be carried away by them. We can observe them like clouds moving across the sky. This distance allows us to react more intelligently rather than impulsively. Stoic technique. The Stoics developed powerful techniques to deal with emotions on their own. One of them is anticipation, in which we imagine difficult situations and practice our calm and rational responses. Another technique is meditation on death, which helps us put our concerns into perspective and live in the present moment with gratitude. The Stoics believe that we could transform our emotions into virtues. For example, fear could transform into courage, anger into self-discipline, and sadness into resilience. Solitude provides space to reflect on our emotions, understand their origins, and channel their energy into virtuous actions. Clarity and decision-making. Now let's discuss a highly relevant topic, clarity and decision-making from a Stoic perspective. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the decisions you need to make? Can solitude be a reliable guide in this process? The decisive battle at life's crossroads, decisions surround us like stars in the night sky. Often, confusion caused by external opinions can make it difficult to make the right decision. Solitude offers a space of silence and reflection to calmly and clearly consider our options. The refuge of solitude. Imagine solitude as a refuge amidst a storm. In difficult times, we can step away from external voices and expectations to find inner comfort. Solitude offers a safe space for managing our emotions, reflecting on the situation, and finding the strength to face challenges with courage. Stoic view of adversity. The Stoics saw adversity as an opportunity to strengthen the soul. In solitude, we can adopt a historical perspective and ask ourselves, what can I learn from this situation? How can I grow despite this challenge? Solitude allows us to transform adversity into an opportunity to cultivate virtues such as patience, self-discipline, and resilience. Mental training and solitude. Just as an athlete trains to gain physical strength in solitude, we can train our minds to face challenges calmly, imagining possible obstacles and how we would respond with resilience and independence. This spiritual practice allows us to proactively face challenges. Appreciation of simple things. We will now delve into a topic that connects us to joy and contentment, the appreciation of simple things. Have you ever felt that constantly seeking more hinders your happiness? Solitude can help you find happiness in simplicity. Desire for simplicity. In a society dominated by consumerism and the constant pursuit of novelties, the Stoics remind us of the beauty of simplicity. Solitude offers us space to detach from the noise and observe the joys that we often overlook. It invites us to enjoy everyday moments and find satisfaction in what we already have. Relationship between satisfaction and solitude. The Stoics consider joy as an essential virtue to find inner peace. Solitude helps us cultivate this virtue by allowing us to explore our relationship with the constant desire for more. In solitude, we question if our desires are genuine or if we are simply trapped in the relentless pursuit of more. Gratitude is a pillar of Stoic philosophy. In solitude, we can practice gratitude by reflecting on the blessings we've had in life, appreciating health, relationships, comfort, and the beauty around us. This helps us find happiness in the present instead of constantly seeking it in the future. Fostering internal dialogue. Now we address a topic that invites us to delve deeply into our minds, fostering internal dialogue. As it involves honest conversations with oneself, solitude can be a space for self-discovery through dialogue. Speaking to oneself is like having a wise and compassionate friend in your mind. In solitude, we engage in conversations with ourselves, discovering our thoughts, desires, and values. Solitude offers a safe space where we can speak without judgment, reflecting on our lives. Tranquil space for deep contemplation. Imagine solitude as a reflective studio where you discover the deepest questions of your existence. When alone, we can take time to reflect on our decisions, goals, and direction. Internal dialogue allows us to ask questions, challenge our beliefs, and explore new perspectives. The power of deep questions. The Stoics believed in the power of reflective questions for self-discovery. In solitude, we can ask ourselves questions that awaken our inner wisdom. Questions such as, what is truly important to me? What qualities do I wish to cultivate? And how can I live in harmony with nature? These questions guide us into a deep dialogue with ourselves, turning internal dialogue into action. Internal dialogue isn't just about thought, but also action. In solitude, we can plan how to apply our reflections to our daily lives. Internal dialogue helps us put wisdom into action, setting goals and making decisions aligned with our deepest values. Connection with nature and the universe. Now we address a topic that connects us to the vastness of the universe, the connection with nature and the universe from a Stoic perspective. Have you ever marveled at the immensity of the world around you? Solitude can be your guide to discovering this profound connection. The universe as the master. The Stoics viewed the universe as a great teacher that contained lessons about the nature of life and virtue. In solitude, we can look at the stars in the sky and feel that we are part of something much larger than ourselves. This connection with the universe invites us to reflect on our existence and our role in the cosmic order. Reflection in nature. Imagine solitude as a bridge between your mind and nature. When alone, we can wander through the forest, contemplate the sea, or simply enjoy the sunset. Solitude offers us the opportunity to enjoy the natural beauty and reflect on how nature reflects Stoic virtues like harmony and resilience. The Stoics believed in the relative insignificance of human affairs in relation to the cosmic order. In solitude, we can reflect on how our individual interests and desires fade in the vast universe. This perspective helps us give less importance to trivialities and focus on what truly matters. Cultivating virtue and wisdom. Finding harmony with nature was essential for the Stoics to find inner peace. In solitude, we can discover how our actions and decisions fit into the cosmic order. We reflect on how our choices affect others and the environment around us. Cultivating virtue and inner tranquility. Now we arrive at a topic that encapsulates the core of Stoicism, the cultivation of virtue and inner peace. Have you ever desired to live wisely and peacefully amidst trials? Solitude can be your guide on this noble path. Virtue is the ultimate goal for the Stoics. Virtue was the aspiration. Imagine virtue as a guiding beacon for your actions and decisions in life. In solitude, you can reflect on how to live virtuously in different circumstances, finding inner peace. Inner tranquility is one of the most precious pillars of Stoicism. Amidst chaos, solitude helps you find a peaceful haven. You can meditate on maintaining serenity in difficult situations and utilize solitude as an oasis to emotionally recharge. The Stoics understood that self-discipline was essential to cultivate virtue and equanimity. Solitude provides the space for you to practice self-discipline in small ways, like resisting distractions and focusing on what truly matters. This practice strengthens you to face the temptations and challenges of daily life. Solitude beckons as a fertile expanse for profound reflection and transcendent self-discovery. Within its serene embrace, one can embark on a journey of introspection, delving into the depths of one's past actions, discerning areas ripe for growth, and charting a course toward ethical refinement and inner harmony. It is within the nurturing confines of solitude that the seeds of personal evolution take root, fostering an unwavering commitment to continual self-improvement. As denizens of the modern world, we are bestowed with the invaluable teachings of Stoic philosophy, a beacon guiding us through life's labyrinthine passages. In the sanctum of solitude, we glean wisdom from the ancients, imbuing our lives with the timeless principles of self-sufficiency, emotional equanimity, informed decision-making, and the pursuit of virtuous excellence. By carving out moments of solitary contemplation, be it through meditative introspection, communing with nature's majesty, absorbing the wisdom of reflective literature, or engaging in soul-stirring dialogues with oneself, we traverse the path of self-discovery and spiritual enlightenment, following in the illustrious footsteps of Stoic sages. The crucible of experience tempers the soul, forging wisdom from the crucible of adversity. Through the crucible of experience, we glean invaluable lessons of resilience, fortitude, and the indefatigable human spirit. It is through the prism of time that we distill the essence of our experiences, discerning the silver linings amidst life's darkest storms, and emerging ever more resilient, ever more steadfast, in our pursuit of inner tranquility. The tapestry of human relationships weaves a complex web of interconnection, a tapestry illuminated by the incandescent threads of love, trust, and reciprocity. Yet, within the labyrinthine corridors of the human heart, we encounter shadows cast by the specter of envy, betrayal, and disillusionment. In the crucible of human interaction, we navigate the delicate balance between trust and vulnerability, discerning when to extend the hand of friendship and when to withdraw behind the ramparts of self-preservation. Through the vicissitudes of human relationships, we glean profound insights into the nature of trust, the sanctity of boundaries, and the transformative power of self-love. The symphony of life unfolds in myriad movements, each note resonating with the cadence of our existence. Through the harmonious interplay of joy and sorrow, triumph and tribulation, we weave the tapestry of our lives, a tapestry imbued with the hues of our experiences, the echoes of our choices. In the crucible of existence, we are sculptors of our destinies, architects of our fates, crafting our legacy with every action, every decision. In the sanctum of solitude, amidst the hallowed halls of introspection, we confront life's most profound questions with courage and conviction. Through the crucible of self-discovery, we unearth the guiding principles that illuminate our path, infusing our lives with purpose and meaning. In the crucible of solitude, we discover the boundless potential that lies dormant within us, awaiting only the spark of inspiration to ignite its flame. As denizens of the cosmos, we are custodians of our own destinies, artisans of our own realities. In the crucible of existence, we forge our paths with courage and conviction, navigating the labyrinthine corridors of life with grace and dignity. Through the crucible of experience, we emerge ever more resilient, ever more steadfast, in our pursuit of truth, wisdom, and inner peace. In the tapestry of existence, it is not the unbroken thread that signifies triumph, but rather the knots and tangles traversed with resilience and fortitude. Victory is not merely the absence of struggle, but the indomitable spirit that emerges from the crucible of adversity. It is amidst life's trials and tribulations that the true essence of triumph is forged, through unwavering resolve and steadfast courage. The present moment, like a precious jewel, is not confined to the constraints of time and space, but rather resides in the hands that cradle it. It is the embrace of the present, the tender touch of consciousness that infuses each moment with significance and meaning. Just as the supportive wolf bolsters the strength of the pack, so too can solitude be a sanctuary for the soul, a bastion of inner strength and resilience in the face of life's tumultuous storms. Love, when etched upon the soul, transcends the frailty of memory, for it is woven into the very fabric of our being. Like an indelible mark upon the heart, love endures beyond the confines of time and space, steadfast and unwavering in its devotion. It is in the sanctuary of self-love and acceptance that inner peace blossoms, a tranquil oasis amid the chaos of the world, where the turbulent currents of emotion find solace in the serenity of self-possession. In the garden of life, each flower blooms with a beauty uniquely its own, a testament to the exquisite diversity of existence. To seek solace in another's garden is to deny the inherent beauty of one's own. Just as the ephemeral nature of emotion ebbs and flows like the tides, so too must our decisions be tempered by the steady hand of reason and discernment. It is in the crucible of introspection that we find clarity amidst the tempest of emotion, forging decisions with wisdom and foresight. Life, with its myriad twists and turns, is a symphony of joy and sorrow, triumph and tribulation. To live life fully is to embrace its complexities with open arms, to savor its sweetness and endure its bitter trials with equal grace and resilience. In the face of defeat, one finds the strength to rise again, to persevere with dignity and courage, undeterred by the vicissitudes of fate. Amidst the cacophony of daily life, it is easy to lose sight of the blessings that surround us, to become ensnared in the snares of discontent and longing. Yet, in the quiet moments of reflection, we find solace in the simple pleasures that enrich our lives, a gentle reminder of the abundance that surrounds us, if only we take the time to appreciate it. Time, like a flowing river, is a constant companion on life's journey, a finite resource to be treasured and savored. Yet, the perceived scarcity of time often belies a deeper truth. It is not the absence of time, but rather the absence of interest that impedes our pursuits. When passion ignites the flames of motivation, even the darkest night is illuminated by the dawn of possibility, and the seemingly insurmountable obstacles of time and circumstance are rendered inconsequential. Relationships, like delicate blossoms, flourish in the nurturing soil of reciprocity and mutual respect. To prioritize someone is to honor their significance in our lives, to cherish their presence and cultivate a bond built on trust and understanding. In the vast expanse of human connection, it is those who reciprocate our efforts and prioritize our well-being who truly enrich our lives with meaning and purpose. As we embark on the journey of self-discovery and personal growth, let us not forget to share our experiences and insights with others. By engaging in open dialogue and fostering a sense of community, we enrich not only our own lives but the lives of those around us. Together, let us continue to explore the depths of Stoic wisdom, drawing inspiration from the timeless teachings of the ancients as we navigate the labyrinthine passages of existence. And remember, if you found value in this discourse, don't hesitate to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts with us in the comments below. Until next time, may the light of wisdom illuminate your path, guiding you toward a life of virtue, inner peace, and fulfillment.